Alright YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new Pokemon investing and collecting video. Today we are talking about 10 of the hottest cards right now that have been skyrocketing up in value over the past few months. We're going to talk about everything from some older EX cards to some tag team cards to even some recent stuff like Prismatic Evolutions, and just see what kind of growth has been going on with these 10 cards so you guys can get an idea of what's going up and what's going down. So I hope you guys do enjoy this one. Now, before we start, I am doing a giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. We are getting very close. So when we get there, we're giving away an ETB. I don't know what one yet. Depends on what I can get my hands on. But if you want to be entered in the draw, make sure you like this video, you leave a comment down below, and you're subscribed to the channel. And when we hit that 3,000 mark, the winner will be announced right here on the channel in a video. So make sure you're in the draw to enter that. But with that said, let's jump into the cards of the week. Today we are talking about the Sneasel EX, or the Rockets Sneasel EX first, which is crazy. We all know the hype around the Team Rocket set right now and what is going on with that. So the Team Rocket set that's coming out is going to be Destined Rivals, but in Japan they have the Glory of Team Rocket set, which is really interesting. And I'm actually going to be in Japan when that set launches. So I'm really going to try to get my hands on some as soon as possible and unbox a bunch of it for you guys so you can see what it looks like here on the channel. But we're talking about some older Rocket cards. This one from like 2004-ish, I think this came out in. The Rocket Sneasel EX hasn't made a huge jump, but there was more purchases on this. I mean, there was one purchase, but it was for a high price. This one has jumped for some reason up to $196. Well, it's actually $206 now. I don't know why there's not much info here on this chart. Let's see if we can change it. Yeah, super random. I don't know if this chart's accurate or not. But nonetheless, I mean, it's up 50% in the last 6 months. It is selling for $206 now when, 6 months ago, it was $134. So you can see how the hype of a new set like Team Rocket coming out can drive up the price of previous Rocket cards as well. You think of like things like the Rocket's Mewtwo, the Dark Charizard, the Dark Blastoise, the Rocket Sneasel EX, which is a really like random Pokemon that not a lot of people are super interested in, but even a Pokemon like this can skyrocket up in price. So it's interesting to see this, and I want to see if any of those dark cards do end up going up, or the Rocket's Mewtwo or anything like that have gone up as well. So I'll probably check that and make a future video on those cards as well. The next one we're looking at is, no surprise, the Mega Houndoom EX. We've talked about Megas on the channel here a little bit. Most of last week's hottest cards were Mega Evolutions, and this week is no different. So the Mega Houndoom EX, this card is sick. I love Houndoom. I think this is a really cool artwork. I don't know about the characters, the Japanese characters on here, but the card as a whole, I think it's awesome. It's selling for market price is $66 now. Which is a 236% increase in the last 3 months, which is crazy. So 3 months ago, this card was an $18 card, which is crazy. So it's tripled. Let's see, if you go back 6 months, it's up 260%. If you go back a year, it's up 379% since this time last year, which is, yeah, hard to fathom. But again, with Mega Pokemon coming back in Legends ZA, there's a lot of thoughts where, Mega Pokemon are going to be coming back in the TCG as well. So that's one thing to think about, I guess, in terms of what you're looking to purchase. I know Journey Together is very expensive right now. All of the singles in that set seem to be ridiculously overpriced, and I think they will come down. So everyone's kind of looking backwards as to what to purchase. Me personally, I'm just collecting what I want to collect at the moment, and if I can score some Prismatic or something here and there, then I'll grab it. But my eyes are forwards on the Destined Rivals set. I managed to secure some pre-orders for that, and everything else I'm saving for my trip to Japan. So I'm not really purchasing a lot right now. But if I was and I had the funds to be purchasing things, I would be looking at these older Mega cards, because you can just see how much potential they have to go up, especially if they haven't had a huge increase yet. So if you're able to find a Mega card that hasn't gone up a huge amount, there's potential that it does go up as well. Houndoom EX from Breakthrough. I don't know if this one has anything to do with the Mega Evolutions, because it's not a Mega Evolution. But this card does come from Breakthrough, same as the last one. So maybe people are just getting them at the same time, and they're both ordering both cards. But up 57% in the last 3 months. In the last month, it has only gone up 10%. So that is something to note. It's slowed down a little bit, but over the last 3 months, it has gone pretty wild. And there's been quite a few sales recently. So like between the 17th and 19th of March, they had like more sales than they'd been having in the past. So again, that's keys for a price increase. Last 6 months, it's up 75%. So it's kind of done a little bit of this, but you know, I think it's a cool card. I love Houndoom. I know a lot of people love Houndoom. It's a good one to pick up if you can find it for a good price. Next up, into some tag team stuff. This card, it shocks me that this card is still going up. Like, it's so expensive already, and it's still going up. Like, this card is up 37% in the last 3 months. In the last month, it's only up 6%, but if you go back 6 months, it's up 76, and if you go back a year, it's up 100% on last year. So $564 is what you're going to pay for the Gengar and Mimikyu tag team right now. But again, like looking at some of the sellers, like there's probably not really a good one. Yeah, there's a few images there. So like you're looking at nearly $800 for your starred seller, which, you know, this says 565 market price, but when there's none listed at 565 market price and they're all over 800, that's going to keep going up. So if you don't have this and we're planning to pick it up, yeah, don't miss out, because this thing is going to go bonkers pretty soon here. I have a feeling that it's going to just keep going up and up and up. Next up, another tag team card is the Eevee and Snorlax from Team Up. This is such a cute card. I really like this one. It's one that I know I want in my collection, but I'm not forking out that kind of money. It's 112 USD. It's not the end of the world, but again, when you convert that to Australian, that's like 200 Australian dollars. So for me, that's a lot of YouTube videos to make that much money. So just for one card. So like, I'd rather like make multiple smaller purchases or focus on, you know, new sets coming out that I can open boxes for, and I can pick this up down the road. This one I'm not too worried about being only at that $100 mark. It's not like the Gengar and Mimikyu where it's, you know, $560 going to $800 pretty soon. But yeah, this one I can get down the line and I'm not too worried about. But it is up. It's up 98% in the last 3 months. So it's making some serious gains. There was quite a few purchases. Yeah, that's sort of March 15th to 17th. So you can kind of see a trend with these cards when we jump into the next one, because it is another tag team card. Magikarp and Wailord. This is $365 now. And people say, with the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, people say Magikarp can't be a top card. Look at this one. This one is sick. It's so funny. Like, it's such a hilarious card. I just think the overall theme of it is really, really funny. But yeah, it's up 20-ish%. 38% in 6 months. So like nothing hugely crazy. I don't know. I'm not sure why TCG Player is putting these on the movers and shakers list when they're not really doing anything crazy other than the Houndoom. The Houndoom was like 200%. So I get that one, but putting these on here, yeah, I'm not really sure if it's like the most sold, because like even then, if you were looking at that, there's like 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. So I don't know. It's hard to tell where they get the info from, but jumping into some more recent sets, Prismatic Evolutions, there's been 4 cards that have made any type of like movement that's worth talking about. So first one is the Iron Crown EX. This one in the last month, I did 1 month for the prismatic stuff because it hasn't been out for 3 months yet. So the chart is kind of skewed and looks funny, but I just did 1 month for these. So in 1 month, the Iron Crown EX has gone up almost 70%. It is now sitting at $97 market price when you could have picked this up like a month ago for 57 bucks. So you can't rule out any of these modern cards, especially with how hard Prismatic has been to get. I've voiced my opinion on, you know, EB Games and some of the stores here in Australia and their pre-order systems and how they've been atrocious. But they are getting better. I will give them that. They are getting better. And then you see things in the States like the Pokemon Center vending machines, and people getting into fights over them, and just one person clearing out all the prismatic and all the 151 and doing those kind of things. Yeah, these cards were always going to go up in value until there's like significant amounts of prismatic out there for everyone to get. I think once Destined Rivals is out, it'll be easier to get prismatic if they're still printing it, because which they will be, but I think everyone will turn their attention to Destined Rivals and kind of forget about Prismatic Evolutions until like the hype of Destined Rivals drops down. So these cards are probably going to go up at least for the next few months. And then once we get a stack of Prismatic, say probably, I would say May or June after Destined Rivals, we'd probably see these come down a little bit more as well. The Roaring Moon, really interesting that the Roaring Moon is $308. Like, it's a cool artwork. It's done by Shinji Kanda, so everyone knows that anything Shinji Kanda touches, it turns to gold. This is a sick card, don't get me wrong. $308, in my opinion, no. But again, I get the prowess of a Shinji Kanda artwork like this. It is the top hit in Prismatic Evolutions. Like, it is hard to pull this card if you are chasing this and this is the one that you want. So I definitely get it. But it's up 50%, 51% in the last month. Yes, from, what was it, $204 up to $308. So it's gained $104. That's some quick maths for you right there. But yeah, gained $104, which is in a month. Yeah, if all of my cards went up $100 in a month, I'd be pretty freaking happy. But yeah, doing big things. So if you pulled that and you were hoping for an evolution, don't be too disappointed because it is on the up. But speaking of evolutions, let's talk about two from Prismatic that are going up this week. Now, the first one is Leafeon. Leafeon is up 22% in the last month. This one has gone from $363 up to $444. Now, it's only a 22% increase, which sounds low, but when you have a card that's this expensive, 22% is still a good whack of money. Like, going from what, 363 to 444, that's like $80 that it's gone up in a month. So again, after that prismatic dip, so pre-sales prices were high. It dipped when the release came out because everyone had some product and everyone was opening it. Product dried up, couldn't get it, still can't get it. It's hard to get a pre-order in, it's hard to get product. Prices are going back up. It's hard to pull the card. You know, these are worth their weight in gold, these evolutions. So they're going to keep going up until massive reprints happen. And the same with the Vaporeon. Like, in the last month, the Vaporeon has gone up 22% as well. Gone from $299 to $366. So it's up $67, which is, yeah, a good whack for a month. Like, imagine if you had all the cards on this list and you looked at what they'd gone up by in the last month, you'd be up big time, which would be hectic. Especially like if you had a god pack and you had like all the evolutions, it's like $5,000 worth of value there, man. It's crazy, especially if you got them graded and they came back as 10s. But yeah, not much more to say here. The Vaporeon's pretty much the exact same thing as the Leafeon. It's just a lack of availability of stock is the reason that it is driving the price up. People fighting over vending machines and stuff is stupid, but I like, hey, you do your thing, America. Do your thing. I love y'all, but you do some crazy stuff. Anyways, that's going to do it. These are the 10 cards of the week that are the hottest according to tcgplayer.com. We do this every single week. I know yesterday's video was the cards from last week, but that's only because my computer's only just gotten back online. So I hope you guys don't mind the back-to-back episodes of this. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.